Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, the long way down that holiday road, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I'm Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm fine, I guess.
Wow.
I don't know.
Which actually means, help me, get me out of here.
So at work, we have this Q, the guy, the contractor sitting next to me. He has this screaming goat that, like, when you press on it, it's like, ah! It screams. It's the fucking best. So, like, and one of the other civilians, like the UPC, she'll come up and she'll just come up with this look on her face and just stand there and just hit this fucking press the screaming goat. Like,
Oh my God, I need one of those.
yes, you do.
We need one for the studio.
I
Oh my
know.
God, just like, ah!
I need to talk to them. We're getting screaming goats.
Well, why don't you tell me what we're talking about this week?
Speaking of screaming goats, this motherfucker has the bright idea, like, oh, rather than playing like the best video game I've played in like 10 years, rather than do that, let's listen to a book that's supposed to take place in between the two video games.
Yes.
That would enlighten us to what had happened, to the fearless crew.
Sure.
The minnow would be lost.
Yes.
Well, apparently the minnow was filled with fucking a lesbian romance novel. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a Star Wars lesbian romance novel,
also known as Jedi Battle Scars.
I didn't even.
Oh, this is going to be a fun episode. Might be a little offensive to some.
Yes, it might be very offensive to some because, quite frankly, I hated it.
Spoiler alert, we haven't even gotten there
I
yet.
fucking hated it.
We haven't even talked about Patreon and Red 5 yet.
Yeah. We should talk about
Let's
that.
not blow our wads yet. I mean, we got shit we got to take care of. Business we have to attend to.
Right.
Things that we have to read.
Right. Well, hurry up and
from
fucking read
our
them.
Facebook Messenger. Okay, we'd like to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons: Carly Vickers, Catherine Rennick, Dragon Buddy, David Schmuck, Frederick Martin, Steve Long, Shotgun Mark, Chantal from Pop My Culture, Nicholas Schaefer, Wally Frogmore, Janine Vickers, my wonderful mother-in-law Patricia Goodstein, Nick from Swede Studios, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast, Frank Kalevich, Kristen Roscom, Don Solsky, Lord Helmet Fire, Ivo G, and our latest patrons, the Orange and Fett Show. If you'd like to be consider supporter English, you can find us at the Sidebar. Oh my God. Patreon.com/the Sidebar Cantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You are the reason why we do this.
Yes, easy for you to say.
Yeah, indeed.
What do I have? I have to read something.
What do
now.
you have?
I'm going to read the sidebar headlines.
All right, let's hear them.
That's a thing. And just a reminder to mark your calendars for the Sidebar Family Celebration.
That's right.
That's right. Being held Saturday, August 19th.
Yes.
There's going to be live streams, Sabacc, Magic the Gathering, a Star Wars escape room, maybe.
Yes. I'll be sure to make sure we have that.
And much more. Come chill with the ATSW fam, the Escape Pod, Pop My Culture, Layman's Terms, Swede from Swede Studios, Stranger Things Has Happened, and our Sidebar fam. RSVP Lunar Girl at the Sidebar Cantina on Instagram or at Sidebar Cantina on Twitter to let us know if you're interested. Stay tuned for more details.
I need to get a current list of everybody who's going. Like, was that the thing that you read? That's like
it's like a conglomeration.
Okay,
but there's people. People are coming.
People are going to show up, and I'm going to be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, no clue. Like, there's some people that we've like seen in other podcasts, like on their YouTube streams and stuff. So like some people will have some brand recognition or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be some people like, "Hi, you've seen our faces a lot.
Yeah,
we've never seen you before,
but we know your name."
Kind of like Brady and Don. Like we had no fucking idea what these two dudes looked like.
Yeah, I feel like this was before we knew how tall Brady was.
Facts.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, just speaking of which, when they came out for our 100th episode, Brady mentioned how short we were. Like, he was not expecting us to be so short.
You were.
Right.
How short you were.
Right.
I'm average height, Jason. Because 6 foot is average.
I'm average in Japan.
No, give yourself some credit. Not Japan. Maybe Malaysia. We'll go with Malaysia.
There we go. Fuck, I totally forgot something.
Helmet Fire's going to be there.
Ah, sweet. Very nice.
So he's chimed in the chat.
Excellent, excellent. I had something else to say, and oh my god, I lost it. What's wrong with me? Anyway,
Pop My Culture is 5'7", so she's your height.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you figure it out? Did you figure what was the thing?
No,
you were gonna say?
I totally lost it.
Oh god damn it, Jesus!
I pulled a Dave.
You did pull Dave.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. So all right, what do you got for your headlines?
I said my headlines. That was it.
That's it. Oh, all right, cool. Well, what do we do now? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
You already did the.
Yeah. No. Before we get into our weeks, I did just want to mention.
Oh.
And the day in Star Wars. Fuck.
I was gonna say yes. The next thing is the day in Star Wars.
I should really just be reading the notes.
Facts. They're right here in front of me.
That would help me stay on target.
Stay on target.
This is our 299th episode.
99. Fucking insanity.
Yeah.
By the by.
Yeah. So our next episode is episode 300. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We've been doing this long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of is. Like it's weird. The whole thing is just weird.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
If you really think about it, the whole thing's kind of strange.
Yeah. So 300 times we fucking sat here and just bullshitted for
Right.
2+ hours.
In theory, it's really more, because not every episode has been made a number. Excuse me.
True. Yeah. Because we had a lot of bonus content in there, and yeah, it's fucking weird. And if you all recall, if you've been with us long enough, some of those early episodes we were going for like 3+ hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
and a lot of drinking. Oh my god, so much drinking.
Which is why I can't drink anymore.
I know
because of all the drinking we did in those early episodes.
Yeah, good. We were at the tail end of our careers, of flying, and so we were still professional drinkers at the time. So like it was still good.
Yeah.
And all right, here, we got an attending list. You ready?
Okay, let's hear it.
Got Don, Brady, and DB from the Escape Pod.
Which we knew them.
Chanty and Josh from Pop My Culture.
Okay.
Keith from Layman's Terms.
He better show up. He's
Sweet
fucking
from
local.
Sweet Studios.
Yep.
Helmet Fire and Dame Helmet Fire. And possibly Extra Techie.
All right.
And we also have patron Frederick Martin.
Oh, yes.
Who will be there.
And my lovely wife, Kristen, who I love very much.
Yes, and my wife, Kathleen, will be there. I think after work. I think she has to work in the morning. But she'll be there after work. And she doesn't. She's off that day.
Okay.
We had this conversation.
All right.
I think.
Sure.
Or maybe I just had it in my head. I don't know.
All right.
It hurts. It hurts the brain.
Yeah.
Anyway, what? Where are we?
Excellent. So got a day in Star Wars today. Because we haven't done one of these in a while.
Yeah, today is June 26th.
Yes, and on this day in 1997,
97.
So 26 years ago.
26 years ago.
Any thoughts on what happened on this day 26 years ago?
It's got to be related to the release of the re-release of the original trilogy.
The special editions?
Yeah, because I was in Keesler marching my happy ass down to fucking the mall.
Yeah.
So I could see him.
Well, you would be incorrect.
Oh.
Principal photography begins on The Phantom Menace.
Wow.
Yeah. On this day in 97, which makes sense because it came out 2 years later.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah. God. Unbelievable that it's been that long since they started working on. Yes. But yeah, crazy. And I mean, we certainly had some strong opinions about the prequels back then, but for as much as everybody shits on Disney since the acquisition of Star Wars, I think that they've done a good job of bringing kind of a new light to the prequels and making us see them from a more unique perspective with all of this other extra canon that they've built around it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Plus, I think as we get older, we either get like crustier to the point where we're like more inclined to like, or you get crustier to the point where like, no, everything is the worst ever and you're never going to accept anything, or you get like just softer to the point where like I just don't have any will to fight anymore. One or the other.
Is that where we are with?
Yeah,
Phantom Menace?
I think we're about there.
Okay.
Not with Phantom Menace necessarily, but with the prequels in general.
Yeah.
Okay. The music saves it, man. The fucking John Williams. This sidebar brings up the fucking, this is the Indiana Jones question. So I was watching it was a YouTube thing or something. I forget what I was watching. I'm pretty sure it was on YouTube, but it was talking. Steven Spielberg was talking about John Williams and how much he adds to the fucking everything with Indiana Jones, and Harrison Ford was talking about how Johnny Williams, they're calling him Johnny, was just fucking weird.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah,
I was like, what? Oh my God, it should be reverence. It should be Mr. Williams, like Sir Williams or God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
John Williams, the Almighty.
Yes, the ever living Lord. Please.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, God damn it. And apparently he was supposed to do like a couple of themes in the new Indiana Jones, and instead he did the whole movie. So now I'm like, fuck. I know I'm going to be disappointed by this movie, but it's John Williams.
Yeah.
And I need to be able to say that I was, if this is John Williams' last score, I want to be able to. Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Jesus, that was loud. I want to be able to say I was in the theater and
was there.
Heard his last score in the theater as it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So yes.
Is that it?
That was it. You threw me off with the fucking ding out of nowhere. Oh, what the?
That was my computer. All right, so we ready to get to our weeks?
Yes.
Are you okay?
No, I got stuck. I got stuck again.
Oh my God! Like a little.
You should be able to like smell the fucking ozone from my brain shorting out.
Oh yeah, I was watching it in real time. Like Jesus Christ,
dude, so bad. That's so fucking
All
bad.
right, well I'll try to keep this flowing. So first, I have an addition to
the sacred Jedi.
Actually, a couple of additions. So
okay.
I had already bought one, and it came in the mail last night, thank God. But I was at Walmart yesterday doing some grocery shopping, and the next wave of the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi figures came out. I only bought one. They had almost everything, but I only bought one because most of them I already had in some form or another.
Okay.
But first we'll talk about the one that I bought, and then I have some other things to say about that. So, I know how much you love Ewoks, Dave, so I got Paploo. Which I had this fucking figure growing up.
Random Ewok.
Yeah. And
it does look like a larger version of the one we had as a kid.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm buying these fucking Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary packs, because they're so like they did it. They figured out the way to just be like, oh, you remember this? You want to buy it? It's got the fucking Kenner logo on it, for crying out loud. It's fucking beautiful. So if you look at the back of this thing, they have the other ones that came in this wave. Bib Fortuna, Palpatine, a Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca, which I have figures for all of them. So I didn't buy any of those.
You're going to buy that Stormtrooper.
What I was like, I had him in my hand. I'm like ready to put him in the cart. I'm like, but I have a normal Stormtrooper loose and in the package. I don't need just a normal Stormtrooper, even though it is in the Return of the Jedi thing. So, but I chose not to. But I'm looking at the fucking Chewbacca. Like, you can't really see it here. Well, you can kind of see it in that icon. The fucking detail in that Chewbacca is probably the best detail I've seen in a Black Series figure so far. Like, again, it's kind of hard to tell from that thing, but when you're holding that fucking figure and you're looking at it, because these ones, thankfully, still have the fucking plastic, cover so you can see the toy inside the box.
I look at Palpatine, like, I don't know, it's just from the printing, but it looks like he's given the finger.
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this for you guys. This is crazy. That's exactly what it looks like. Okay.
Can you see? Go for Papa Palpatine.
Look.
Oh, yeah, look at there it is. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. Oh, my God. All right, here. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Fuck you, stripy bag.
Oh, I gotta get a picture. Hang on.
Oh God, that's great. Yeah, it looks like he's like fucking flipping on the camera.
Fuck you, stripy bag.
Go fuck yourself. But anyway, getting back to the fucking Chewbacca. I swear to God, like if you're in a store and you see the Chewbacca, the Return of the Jedi Black Series figure, like look at his fucking face. The detail in the face is unfucking believable. Like I almost bought the Chewbacca, even though I have a Chewbacca already and I have another Wookiee. I almost bought him just because of how fucking detailed he was. Because he's like the Chewbacca I have is from like the first wave. Right. This new Chewbacca, so much more detailed than that one. Ugh. It was really, really good. And I had to refrain from buying it because I've already... Oh, you just wait until our 300th episode in 2 weeks. I've got a lot more fucking shit coming. Black Series figure-wise.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Oh, dear sweet Lord.
Yeah, 2 weeks of build-up before the next one. So the other thing that I got, I've been watching this one for a while. This got recently released. And even though it's in the fucking plastic-free packaging, the figure itself is pretty cool. And it's one of these comic figures.
Oh, okay.
So it is Scar Trooper Mike? I don't know. I don't even know what fucking comic this is from.
Trooper Mike?
Yeah. But if you look at the figure itself, it's pretty sweet. It's like a fucking comm expert or something.
Huh. Scar Trooper Mike.
Yeah. But he's cool. He looks essentially like a stormtrooper, but let me see. He's got like these like glowing blue eyes, and he's got like a fucking comm pack on him, and he's got like the little antenna coming off of his helmet. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, the top of his helmet's a little different too. It's got like this hexagon symbol on it.
Yeah, hold on, let me see.
God, I want to open it.
I know.
God, fuck you and your fucking package.
Yep.
Bullshit.
He looks cool though. I like him. So those are the two additions that I have to the
sacred Jedi.
But again, when we reconvene in 2 weeks, there will be many, many more additions. So that being said, Kristen and I are still going through the prepping for the Ahsoka show. I know I mentioned this last week.
Right.
We've almost gotten through all of the important episodes in the Clone Wars. We have season 7, the final season of the Clone Wars to get through, and it's like that final 4 episode arc, which runs parallel with fucking Revenge of the Sith. Oh, such good stuff. And then we move on to Rebels, which I cannot wait to fucking show her the season 2 finale of Rebels with fucking Maul and Ahsoka and the Inquisitors. That was an incredible series of episodes. So cannot wait. Besides that, I know I've said this before on the podcast several times, but fuck Pennsylvania drivers. I know we have some listeners from Pennsylvania, and I'm sorry, but for some reason, when you get behind the wheel of a vehicle, you turn retarded. And this happened to me today on my way home from work at like an hour and a half ago. So I'm flying down Route 70. I left at just the right time where when I turned left onto Route 70, there were no fucking cars there. Which right now, the state of Route 70, as you know, is a fucking disaster.
Fucking shit show.
So I'm like, fuck yeah. You know, I'm chilling down 70. I'm in the far left lane, right? At this point, there are 3 lanes. I'm in the far left lane. I can see this car in a parking lot, like starting to turn right on 70. And I'm getting pretty close to him already. And I see him just turning right onto 70. I can tell by the time he's just crossing past the first lane into the second lane, Pennsylvania license plate. I've got like the fucking eye for Pennsylvania license plates right now, and I'm don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Going into the second lane. I'm blazing. I'm almost at the fucking guy. He's like, let's go into the third lane. Which, by the way, at this point on Route 70, there is no left fucking turns anywhere to get anywhere.
No, there's
like you're
it's all jug handles.
You're all jug handles at this point. So he has no fucking reason to get into the third lane with a car blasting down 70 at 60 miles an hour, like with no fucking sense whatsoever. So obviously he gets right into the third lane, cuts me off like I'm luckily, again, I saw the Pennsylvania plate and I'm like, I know what this fucking guy's gonna do. So I'm preparing myself. And of course he does it. So I fucking jet around him, kind of half block him, like halfway into the second and third lane, fucking flipping him off, honking my horn, and I'm making sure I make eye contact with this motherfucker. Just so he knows that I know what the fuck he did. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong with him, Dave. And if you can't handle fucking Jersey, don't come here. Stay in your own fucking state.
Dude, look, it's not just, unfortunately, it's not just Pennsylvania drivers. I got behind, it was left-hand lane, New York driver. I think it was Friday, and legitimately doing 65 miles an hour in the left-hand lane on 295. 65 miles an hour. Like, if you're doing 65 miles an hour on the exit, you're going too slow.
Yeah, yeah.
And this motherfucker is like, traffic's like all stacked up. People are going around on the right, and it's just fucking dude. And like this, it's one of those like a conversion van, and just like just driving along. Like, if you want to be safety conscious, bring your ass over to the fucking right side.
Yeah, you should know something's wrong when like 10 cars are all going around you,
flashing
on the right.
their fucking lights and shit like that. If you're just being a dick, then you're fucking succeeding. Because honestly, too, like in Jersey, you'll get pulled over. Like, the fucking state trooper will pull you over if you're doing some shit like that. If you're like, oh, I'm going to do the fucking speed limit in the left-hand lane, trooper's going to pull you over.
Yeah,
because in Jersey, they're just dicks like that. But that's what you'll do.
Dude, yeah, deserved.
Everyone on the fucking road is moronic. They're all it's like today driving through in the thunderstorm, coming down 295 in the thunderstorm. You would think that people had never driven in a fucking rain before. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You got some people that are slowed down to do 25 miles an hour with their four-ways on. I'm like, my fucking wipers are barely moving. And you're slowed down like it's like, oh my God, it's so rainy right now. Like, no, go fucking drive. Like, you should have looked, if you were afraid of the rain, you should have looked at the forecast and gone, oh my God, it's going to rain today. I'm not going to go outside. Instead, you go out on the fucking road, you go on 295, and you don't fucking go anywhere.
Yeah.
While I'm trying to get to a podcast.
Yep. So anyway, that's what I have for my week this week. How about you, Dave?
Well, I'm going to start by hang on. I'll move this stuff out of the way.
I see the picture you put in the text chat.
Yeah.
he's going like this.
I swear to God, Palpatine's flipping my mouth. All right. So I met up with Vickers the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were at the KC-10 farewell thing, which I'll talk to here in a minute.
Oh, which, by the way, Vickers, if you're listening, you should have had like a warning before you made that Instagram post, talking about his recovery and everything, because I see a picture of him in the hospital and I swipe and then big fucking nasty scar all over his stomach. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
That was even better in person.
Oh, I'm sure.
Anyway, lost my train of thought. God damn you, Ed. So anyway, I met up with Vickers, and he had a gift for us for the show.
I take everything back.
For our 300th episode.
Nice.
Well, now it's just for me, obviously.
Right.
But this is from the Vickers clan.
What? Oh my God, why is this so heavy?
Because it's in like a Lexan fucking box.
Holy shit, check this out. Get the fuck out.
So it is the...
So does this motherfucker light up and shit?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, we could do that.
We should do
the
that.
potential for lighting.
Get some LEDs going around
I really need to work on the LED lighting in here. Like, these shelves should be lit. I'm slacking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like fully encased. It's kind of it's encased like the Metallica album is.
Yeah.
But it is the Luke Skywalker with R2 pop movie poster. And that Luke is like bigger than a normal pop.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, I don't know, like 20-30% bigger than
Yeah,
a pop.
it's oddly specific percentage, but yes. It's a great presentation because it has the original Star Wars poster, which is on the wall back there. It's that poster, which you can see it behind Jason. And it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful.
So I'm trying to think of where we could display this where you can see it.
I agree.
Now, here's something else that I noticed. This is number 2. I wonder what number 1 was.
Yeah, it's probably Vader.
Yeah.
Something
Oh,
Vader
this
based.
is awesome though.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Very, very cool.
Oh, yeah. What would be number 1? That's a great question.
I don't know, because this is like, if you were going to make an iconic scene from Star Wars, this is probably the one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Luke and R2.
Yeah. Now I'm curious. It almost makes me want to go on the app. But yeah, and the head is bobbling, so it's fucking beautiful.
Hopefully his neck holds up better than Babu.
Yeah, well, don't shake him too much, goddammit. So yeah, we're gonna find a spot that will travel to the celebration.
That's right. That's right.
And yeah, it's God.
I can't really see it. Mr. Roscom is blocking most of it.
And there's a little bit of a glare, but it's fine. Here you go. Here, put it. Appropriately, take pop boxes and put pop boxes underneath the giant pop. Oh, look at that! It's an engineering marvel.
Still, you can see his eyes poking out.
There you go. It's Luke peeking.
Yep.
So yeah, it's fucking phenomenal, and I've had this in my car for fucking since Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So it's been staring at me like, I want to put this, I want to make it a home. But yes, it will live with the rest of the sacred.
The sacred.
Wait.
The sacred Jedi text.
Whoops.
Nope.
The sacred Jedi
Pops. Fuck it.
The sacred Jedi text.
So yeah, it's fucking badass, and I'm totally stoked. And also from the Vickers clan, this is another tie to add to the collection.
Put it right on top.
Yeah. And
then
I took it off its stand, and now I can't put it back on. But here's a speeder bike.
Oh, it's like a little micro machine.
Yeah, little speeder bike. Well, that's the scale, right? With
shit.
with IG-11.
Is it IG-11?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's from the when he goes to rescue Grogu.
Uh-huh. Oh,
and he's on the speeder bike. I think it's that scene.
Oh, I love that scene.
Yeah. So
Speaking of which, no Black Series figure yet announced for the Grogu inside IG-11, but there's no fucking way
that
they
that's
don't
coming.
do that.
You know that's coming. Yeah. I feel like the pops in the Black Series are almost like a cycle behind.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm looking at stuff that's not coming out until like February of 24, and it's like stuff from like the last season of Mandalorian,
Right.
And then from
Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? You got to get it out to production and everything else.
it's like I'm getting impatient.
August 1st is a big Lego release for a bunch of Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's Ahsoka Clone Troopers, like the what is it, the 332nd?
Yeah, where they got the orange.
Yeah, they're gonna have a place like a set
Nice.
with those guys.
They need those in Black Series already. I don't think they have them.
I think they do.
Oh fuck! Hang on.
I think they do.
Let's roll that tape.
They need to have that. That comes out August 1st. Also, August 1st is they're making mech suits, Lego mech suits for Fett, a Stormtrooper, and Vader.
So what do you mean by mech suits exactly?
They're like just think the Lego figure, right? Picture the Lego figure. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could get one out if you really needed a visual. And then they built a mech suit around it, so it's like this tall.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you have the minifig is like sitting in the top, and it has a mech suit around it.
Yep.
And they're like $16.
Nice.
So it's not like this huge expensive build, but it's such a cool little fucking thing.
And you're right. The 332nd Ahsoka Clone Troopers are already a Black Series figure.
There you go.
God damn it, Reggie Ray.
There you go. Another thing that you never knew you didn't have.
Yep, and now I need
Didn't
to get
need.
it. Oh, there's a fucking Ventress one. We were just watching Ventress in Clone Wars.
Don't you have a Ventress?
No, I do not.
You need to pick up that sexy broad.
They have the fucking the Mandalorian, the Maul Mandalorians with the fucking spiky heads.
Oh yeah.
They have that in a Black Series figure too. Fuck.
You know what? I saw those. They had those at GameStop. The GameStop on base, like a year ago.
Yeah.
But I didn't see Ventress. You need to pick up that sexy bitch.
I know. God.
Anyway,
so much to buy.
yeah, fucking August 1st, I'm going to be poor.
Yeah.
With the Legos that are going to need to be procured. Speaking of poor, tomorrow I'm going to be taking pictures. This has nothing to do with poor. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking pictures. So it is the anniversary. It's the 100th anniversary of the first air refueling.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So the Air Force is doing like this big thing where they're like doing this big air refueling kind of event across the country. So there's going to be a whole fuck ton of airplanes taking off. And I'm going to be on the roof of one of the hangars taking pictures.
The new hangar?
No. It's actually the oldest, the big beige.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So
Nice.
the deputy group commander actually reached out to me. It's like, hey, what do you think about going on the roof and taking a picture? I'm like, fucking yeah, sign me up. So that's actually going to be pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to that. Because you're telling me that I can go to work and take pictures of airplanes from a spot that like nobody else is going to do. Fucking yeah, duh.
That's awesome.
Like I don't care if it's dangerous or whatever, and I have like issues with heights. I don't give a shit. Like put me in coach. So that's actually gonna be pretty cool. It's like a cool event for the flyers, and I'm looking forward to taking pictures. You'll see it. It'll be on the news. I know it's on the Joint Base Facebook page. They're doing something on it. Which they also did. So the KC-10 that you used to work on back in the day, and that has been my adopted airplane. The last one took off from McGuire on Thursday.
No shit.
Yeah. So
do you remember the tail number by chance?
it was. Hang on. I will tell you here in a second. $20.
It's fine.
Hang on.
I didn't mean to stall the whole show for this.
Yes, you did. You deliberately stalled the entire show. You're like, I could hear it coming off the rails, and it is 0188 40188.
Yep, I worked on that one back in the day.
Yep. So it had its flight for the AMARG. I got to walk around. I got to take pictures of the crew and stuff. Dude, this is the classic thing. Here, I'm going to let everyone in on a little secret that if you didn't know already, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. If you walk around like you're supposed to be somewhere, nobody will ever question it.
Right.
I had tacitly, nobody really asked me to do any of that with the pictures. It's just I think it's kind of assumed that I'm going to do it anyway. The fact that I was doing it, nobody even questioned.
Sure.
But there were so many people there. It was crazy how many people actually showed up for the day before. They had a ceremony with the 3-star, gave a speech, the whole bit, which it kind of sucked because the sound was terrible. And the video was not up to, it wasn't as good as the Vickers hype video.
Sure.
Because Chad didn't work on it, but there was a ton of people there, and they had the airplane so people would be able to walk through. The next day, there was a ton of people there to say goodbye to it as it took off. And I was behind the ropes the whole time, just walking around doing whatever. And nobody ever questioned it. I'm standing in all the places I'm probably not supposed to stand. I was in the airplane, fucking. Hi, General, how's it going? If you, act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody will ever fucking question it. So, and it works every goddamn time.
I think that was a line from Andor season 1.
Dude, I've been using that. I've been using that shit. I probably heard it from a movie from somewhere, but in reality, it's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's going to fucking question that shit. But yeah, it's, tomorrow I get to fucking do the same thing. And, I'll be up on a roof taking pictures, but you know, a fairly significantly ranking person said, "Hey, why don't you go up there and do that?" And I'm like, "All right, I'm going to name drop the shit out of that dude." Like, "Hey, no, the deputy fucking group commander told me to get on the roof here, so you know, gotta do the things that the guy says." So, yeah, I get paid money to take pictures of airplanes.
Not
on
a bad
occasion.
gig.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah.
For all the stress and bullshit that I got to go through on a day-to-day basis, that in reality, whatever. I mean, it would be beautiful to have the blissfully unaware, right? Sidebar. So, no, not Doc One, Big Beige. So having dinner with some friends of ours, you know, my wife's girlfriend. They grew up together, and
Girlfriend, like in Jedi Battle Scars?
like in
girlfriend?
Battle Scars,
Okay.
totally like that.
All right.
Except not. And you know, her husband, who was the best man at my wedding, and we're just sitting there talking, and we're sharing some stories about, because our kids are, you know, the same age, and we're just talking about how it must be so nice for some people just to be so blissfully unaware of their own fucking ignorance. It must be so fucking nice.
I mean, there is a saying, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, but it's like, I will never know that level of ignorance. I mean, I'm pretty not severely medicated, but heavily medicated.
Mm-hmm.
I can't attain that level of unawareness.
Right.
Like, I just cannot. And the fact that people walk around completely like without fucking medication and just like, "Oh, look, the world is fine," and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, what is wrong? What is wrong with you? I'm not saying you have to fucking walk around like the world's on fire.
Like the screaming goat.
Even though it is. I mean, it is. You know, we don't need the screaming goat in here. We have a board.
Oh, yes.
We have a fucking soundboard.
Oh,
Duh.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right.
God damn it. It's sidebarring my sidebar. Swede, the long runway is closed. So their short runway is what they're. That one right there. You got to isolate that. Did everyone else hear that? Did everyone else hear that?
I don't know.
Ooh, the grass is soft. Yes. Yes. Yes, that. Just keep pressing the top of it. Just... Anyway, yeah, Big Beige because they're using 1836. So the angle will be better. Mm-hmm. Anyway, just the idea, you know, they live down in South Carolina, and it's a different part of the country, so it's different. You know, it's the South, right?
I bet it's a lot slower down there.
Well, and but they have different challenges, and there's different people, and you know, but it's the same. People still suck, and they're still blissfully unaware of their fucking own stupidity. And
that there's my girl.
I just,
anybody gonna have sex with my sister is gonna be me.
I can't. I don't understand it. I just don't fucking understand it sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for my week. There's other shit, but I can't fucking remember.
All right. Well, we've got plenty more shit to rant about.
Oh God, we are going to get in so much trouble.
Yeah.
For this whole fucking.
Should we just like caveat this with this is just for entertainment purposes? This
right. This is for entertainment purposes only. We are here to entertain. These are not the viewpoints of us,
Right.
even though it is being iterated from our face holes.
All right, so let's move to our main topic then. Jedi Battle Scars, the novel.
I am scarred. I have been scarred. I will never forgive you for this.
Hey, I just want to make the point that we were planning on doing this anyway.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were.
No, we weren't.
We talked about it. We can go back and roll the fucking tape.
Yes, we can, and I'm telling you that I never committed to doing this. It was never. Lunar Girl can pull up her notes. I know she has a notebook that perfectly executed exactly where our show topics were for any given point. I guarantee you she does.
Yes, but I know we had talked about the possibility of doing this.
Yeah, and I talked about the possibility of becoming a fucking airline pilot when I was 11 years old. Guess what? I'm not an airline pilot, Jason.
Well, you know what? We did read Jedi Battle Scars. So,
No, technically, I got fucking raped in my ear holes by it.
okay, first of all, it's not that bad. I think Dave's being a little over dramatic, but let's
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No.
all right, let's start from the beginning, Dave. So Jedi Battle Scars is a novel that came out well, it was supposed to come out like a week before Jedi Survivor, but then when Jedi Survivor got delayed, it was like a month before. But it's, it takes place 3 years after Jedi Fallen Order, and I don't know how much before Survivor. Like, where does Survivor fall in the timeline here?
I thought it was 5 years.
Okay, so that would make sense. So like 3 years after Fallen Order, 2 years before Survivor. So anyway, and it was written by this gal, Sam Maggs, and we're going to talk about her a little bit in a minute. And we both listened to the audiobook, right? Like I know I did for sure. Got it from Audible.
So did I.
Okay, so we both listened to the audiobook. I was fully expecting our boy Mark Thompson to do the narration in this, because he does the narration for most of the major Star Wars novels, but he did not. This was instead read by Sean Keenan alias Reyes.
Because apparently Mark Thompson doesn't read lesbian romance novels. Apparently that's not in his repertoire of books that he does narration for.
Right. So it was about 10 and a half.
Spoiler alert. That's what it is.
It was about 10 and a half hours long. Now, first, let's talk about
a lot shorter when you listen at 2x speed, by the way.
Yeah, I listen to it at normal speed. So, first of all, this narrator, let's talk about him real quick. I thought he was fine. He's definitely different from Mark Thompson. He's younger sounding, which I think fit the story that he was telling.
I think, I agree. I think he did a really good Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
I think it was a good Cal Kestis. Now, if there was another Fallen Order book, I think. There was a Jedi Fallen Order book before this, was there? You know what? I'm lying. I don't know. But he was a good Cal Kestis. I will give him that. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think there was any issue at all with the narration.
Yeah. Now, and he does the female voices fine. He has them all do like accents, which I don't remember much about the Marin from.
Marin has an accent.
Okay, I don't remember much about her from Fallen Order, but yeah, she's got an accent. Her girlfriend from fucking in the book has an accent that's similar but not exactly the same.
Well, she can't. You don't really hear her because she's too busy, like, because she's got fucking Marin's muff in her face.
So yeah, which, I mean, it was just weird. It's weird when you're listening to like two women, 3 chapters worth of fucking 2 women just like fawning over each other, fondling each other, all this other stuff, like in these soft voices spoken by a guy. I think this would have been better actually narrated by an actual female.
All right, let's spring off of this real quick.
Okay.
Let me tell you what my expectations were.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to start by saying I played Fallen Order to conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
I've played Jedi Survivor to conclusion.
Correct.
My expectation was that I was going to get the in-between.
Yeah.
What happened to the crew?
Because we know it was like a 5-year gap.
They split up. Cal had to go and kind of gather everybody back up in the beginning of Survivor.
Well, spoiler alert, I haven't played any of it yet.
Yeah, well, this is going to help you. So that's like I had a place where I was like, okay, I want this gap filled in, so to speak. It's not happening in this book.
Yeah.
Well, not in a traditional way. Anyway. So
Innuendo.
blah, 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 blah. So
He's
I was
at a loss for words.
I
So expectations.
I was setting expectations, and really, this is a Star Wars book.
Yeah.
So when I had an expectation about the video game, because I enjoyed the video game, I know what I have in the gameplay. There is some allusion to potentially, you would think, oh, Marin being about the same age as Cal, maybe there could be something there.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So maybe it kind of plays into that, but you're not really thinking about that being the book.
Right.
It potentially could be there if you really think about it, but without spoiling Jedi Survivor, like, okay. In reality, though, I didn't like, that wasn't what the story was. I wanted to know, what. There's so many. I don't want to spoil fucking Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is that this is a Star Wars book, and at its core, I expected a certain, I don't know, a certain level of decorum, I guess, that just was not met with this.
I can agree with that.
There was this outward display of like just a lusty romance novel.
Yes.
That was completely inappropriate.
Right. And there was a lot of it.
There was a lot of it. Like
it was a large portion of this fucking book.
Was it meant to be a romance novel? Was it meant to be a young adult thing? Or like,
no, for as best as I can tell, it was just meant to be a Star Wars novel.
Period. Right. And that's why I am so battle scarred from it, because it's literally, even Kathy said at one point, because I was telling her like this turns me in this, like, I was just pissed off that I'm listening to this and I'm cursing you. And she's like, well, it's, I thought guys like that, guys would be into like a whole lesbian thing. And I'm like, this is Star Wars.
Right. See, like, yeah,
this is fucking Star Wars.
Right. So don't get us wrong. Like, we're not, this is not coming from a homophobic point of view at all.
No.
Like, I like lesbians. I watch videos with lesbians in them all the time. But I don't care if it's a gay romance with two guys. I don't care if it's two women. I don't care if it's a guy and a girl. Like, if it's in Star Wars, it needs to be a small part of the novel. Because even if you go back to the original trilogy and even the prequels, where a lot of it was, to quote Dave, about a broad, at the end of the day, there's not that much fucking like romance, lovey-dovey shit in it. Mm-hmm. It's very small or very subtle, where this is like extremely overt, which is not what Star Wars is about. It never has been.
Even if
like
this
overt sexuality, overt just like,
I'm gonna put it to you this way: if this was like a traditional like male and female relationship,
I wouldn't have liked it either.
With the amount of fucking just lust that is in this,
yeah,
it would still be inappropriate.
Right, exactly.
Like, this has nothing to do with the fact that it's fucking, a woman or two aliens or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
The fact that this is a Star Wars novel that has this much in it, to me, it was just completely inappropriate.
Right.
It served no fucking purpose at all.
Yes, it could have been condensed significantly.
At all.
Yeah.
She could have completely like found her fire, like,
yeah,
did all this other shit. Because honestly, even the finding her fire bit almost had nothing to do with it. It just really was just fucking, she had a fling. And then she talks about having flings with other fucking people.
Yeah.
Men, women, fucking lizards, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. She's a fucking, him. There was sexuality brought into it for almost no payoff.
Right.
At all for our story. Because why do we fucking do this? We're here to be entertained, right? But like, this is Star Wars. This has a timeline. This is leading into a fucking video game that people are playing through a storyline that gets, spoiler alert, This has nothing to do with the fucking story that we're getting ready to get into in the video game.
Right. And honestly, like if I had read this before the game came out, I'd been like, I don't know if I want to play that Survivor game, honestly. But again, this has nothing to do with like, the fact that it was a lesbian couple or whatever, because they've had romance in the past in Star Wars, and it's been enough. It's been just enough, to kind of help tell the story, but it's not like so overt. And they've
brothers
had,
and sisters, and
whatever. Hey, everybody's got their kink. But even like in the Aftermath books, we had the gay guy who was the former Imperial,
right?
Like, and the fact that he was gay like played a part in the fucking story because the Empire wasn't about that, and it was told well. It wasn't just like so fucking in your face, kind of like he wasn't like sucking a dude off for like 30 minutes in the engine room.
Yeah, closing the engine room, fucking sealing it off with the fire and everything else to the point where everyone in the rest of the fucking, ship was going, wow, okay.
Yeah, so it was...
If this ship's not rocking, don't come a knocking.
Yeah.
Like hair all disheveled, fucking it just was too fucking much.
Yeah.
It just was munch. I said munch. Did you hear that? Did you hear? I said munch. It was too munch.
Yeah.
And it just, look, this is fucking Star Wars. Like, I'm, as a nerd reading this book, I was not reading it so that I could find out what Marin's preference was and what her, like, if I thought that, like, I'm sure you have notes and we're going to get into some other stuff, but we're talking in generalities here.
Sure.
I'm sure if her love interest in this amount of it played more into the rest of the story, then I'd probably would be okay with it. But even still, it was
just too much.
Yeah, it was too much.
It wasn't necessary. Like, yes, it did play a role in the plot, whereas this chick that she fell head over heels with, fucked on the first night that she met her, ended up like having another girlfriend somewhere. I mean, sure, whatever. But like, again, they could have condensed all of this shit because it's
not a Cal, like Lunar Girl. It is not a Cal Kestis story.
No,
at all.
No, he's almost like a side character.
No, he, like legitimately is a side character. Like, it's almost deliberate. Like, he gets beat up real bad in this.
Yeah, they all get their scars.
Yeah.
In this, hence the name.
I'm not saying that the author had an agenda for it, because there probably was some sort of agenda, and I don't really care. It's more, what is on here?
Well, finish your story, and then we'll get back to...
I don't remember. I'm
right.
distracted by the glue on the table.
Well, because I went onto Wikipedia, because I'm like, well, so who is this author that I did not like their writing style? That's not distracting at all. So...
Well, maybe you shouldn't have glue on the table.
Glue.
Glue.
It's probably... I guess when I was building my suit. Oh my god. Let us know when you're finished.
Almost done. They can't hear that. They can probably hear it.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you okay now?
No, it's still there. I got to cover it with the iPad.
Anyway, so I decided to look up this author. First of all, it doesn't look like she's ever written a novel in her life. She wrote like 2 stories in 2 comic books, and then did like an illustrations book, and that was it. She has like no.
Was there a lot of this in the illustrations?
Well,
because it should have been a fucking dead giveaway.
Well, so in her biography, and again, we're talking about Sam Maggs, the author. Maggs is openly lesbian and dedicates herself to including queer representation in her writing. Prior to 2022, Maggs was openly bisexual.
Okay, and whatever, that's fine. That's fine.
But I mean, that gives you a little more insight as to, okay,
right?
It's kind of making sense.
But
now.
Some editor should have said, "Okay, we get it.
Yeah,
let's throttle it back a little bit."
And this is actually this is kind of indicative of like where a good portion of the entertainment industry is going, because they're so focused on all this representation shit that it's all about that, and they kind of start to lose like sight on, the actual story and the actual entertainment part, and they're so focused on look how diverse and representative we are and all of that stuff. And it's like, well, you've got this train wreck of a story going on. So maybe you should work on fixing that first.
So, and look, there was a story here. And here's where I have a bigger problem. And here's that, so that I saw something. Here's what's the Air Force fucking makes you use Bing, right? Bing is the worst search engine ever created ever, by the way.
I do hear it's the best search engine for porn, but worst otherwise.
Okay, fair enough.
Allegedly.
But obviously on the Air Force computer network, you're not using Bing for its intended purpose.
Yeah.
So when you open it, you also can't change the fucking homepage. Like you're stuck on this MSNBC shit.
Yeah, where it gives you all these little a lot of the time clickbaity fucking headlines.
It's all clickbait. It's fucking infuriating. I want to change it so bad.
The same thing happens at my job too. It's the exact same setup.
Anyway, so one of the things that was on there was like these women athletes that they're speaking out.
Yes.
For the transgender thing, and this is not really related to this, but it's still part of that community. And these female athletes are getting ostracized for speaking up because they don't want
to compete against men.
Yeah,
go figure.
Yeah. It's like, where are we as a society right now? Like,
we're fucked is where we are.
When you go, like, you think like, oh man, you swung too far to the right. We haven't swung too far to the right. We've gone like fucking so far to the right that we're almost back around to the other side. Mm-hmm. And to the point where we're trying to make it okay for men to compete against women, to the point where women no longer can even,
the patriarchy's back, baby.
How fucked is it that like oh wow, like, women, you can have your sports and all that, but that dude is gonna fucking wreck you. That broad is gonna wreck you in your fucking sport.
You better not say anything either.
Yeah, because then you're the bad person. You're bad. I fucking that's one of my hot button things for no reason really. Well, there's good reason for it.
Maybe this is a big plot by the anti-feminists. This was their plan all along. It's like, okay,
really?
Fine. You guys want all this equality, you want all this other shit. We're just gonna go ahead and make all these men women, and then
it's fucking terrifying.
And we're back, baby.
It's absolutely
men rule the world again.
It's absolutely terrifying. I just, for me, like I had my daughter participated in sports. Mm-hmm. And the idea of her competing, it's not even like it's the competition itself, not the other ancillary stuff, which is more dangerous really. But for me, it's the competition. Like you want your daughter to be able to compete and get out of sports what is meant for youth sports. Like not every fucking youth athlete is going to fucking go to the Olympics or anything else. That's
clearly not.
This is for all the people in this country that fucking pay tens of thousands of dollars a year for their kid to fucking play Little League 364 days a year. I have news for you. Your kid sucks.
Yeah. They're not playing in the MLB.
Your kid is not going. Your kid's not getting a D1 fucking contract. Your kid is not going to the major leagues. Let him play fucking basketball in the fall. Like let him do the other sports the other kids are doing. He'll still be good. If he's good at baseball, he's still going to be good at baseball. But I digress. I could do a whole fucking episode on that. But you have women playing softball. Are you going to let those same? You're going to bring a man in there or someone who identifies as a woman, and they're going to come in there and they're going to start hurting people. You're talking about competition, and what the competition is supposed to be for is so you can learn something about yourself. You can develop teamwork. You develop good physical skills. This is how you develop yourself emotionally. And now you're worried about competing against somebody who's misrepresenting themselves to your eyes.
Sure.
Now you can't, I can't possibly physically compete against this person because of what they are physically. Yeah. And okay, yeah, that person, that individual that is transgender, they have their own battles.
Oh, sure.
that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
But at some point, you have to say that what this is for competition sports, and there's certain things where, okay, you're gonna have your own thing, like college, like women's college athletics, like that. All right, here's the line, or the Olympics or something like that. Think of how many years in the fucking Olympics where, the Russians were trying to get away with dudes. Anyway, there's Google it. There's all kinds.
I've never heard this before.
There's all kinds of stories about it in the fucking old days.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just the whole point of all that is to say that like we've gone way too far to the right, and
wouldn't that be to the left?
Well, it's coming around.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like you've gone too far, and now it's coming back around, and now it's starting to turn into lunacy. And when you have, you can't write a Star Wars like story, you're a writer and you dedicate yourself to including queer representation in your writing. Awesome.
Which is fine. And you're not the first person to do this in Star Wars, okay? No. Sam, you're not breaking any ground here.
No, absolutely not.
We've had this for plenty of time.
Yeah, you're not the first. And unfortunately, I think by doing it like this, I don't know, do we have any data on sales or anything like that? The problem
they don't really give that kind of stuff.
The problem with a book like this is that it's a book for the video games in between two video games. So it's kind of a niche thing.
Well, but see, here's the thing, and this goes back to what you were saying before. At the end of the day, I was still expecting this to be a Star Wars book, right?
Facts.
You know, Star Wars is such a massive universe, and it's like so much can happen in it, and you can tell a billion different stories that can all take place in the Star Wars universe and still feel like Star Wars, right? And for very small parts of this book, it did feel like that, but it was drowned in the shit with the fucking lesbians, and just, again, they put the representation part ahead of telling a good story, and that's where, to my original point, Hollywood and the whole fucking entertainment industry are really failing. Like, they're so focused on that like they're missing the fucking point of, hey, make a good movie or tell a good fucking story.
Yeah, I want some. That comes to the editing room. Like, you can write that book, you can write that novel.
Well, and then that goes back to your point where nobody wants to fucking speak up because it has to do with the, something from this. And just wait until the Acolyte comes out next year. They already announced some casting news last week that makes me want to see it even less.
I'm going to see it.
Oh, I mean, we are. Like, but it's just like, as long as they don't do what this novel did and lose focus.
Expectations, right?
Yeah.
I'm just keeping my expectations low.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of low expectations, let's talk about the plot of this thing.
Yeah, so we've dwelled on that stuff long enough. If you love stories about lesbians, then this is the book for you, but you're not going to get much Star Wars out of it.
If you're into romance novels.
Yeah, very, very romance novel-y.
Yeah.
But then, one more bad thing before we get to the rest of it. Towards the end, there's just like 2 fucking chapters worth of just like inner squad bickering, essentially. Where they're all like fucking pissed off at each other, or they're all yelling at each other, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And again, this has nothing to do with like the lesbian part. It's just like they've all like been keeping secrets from each other, or they all fucked up and pissed off this other person, and it's just like constant back and forth bickering over and over and over again. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't.
Yeah.
So,
well, again, because I gave the spoiler already that the crew broke up at some point and gets back together.
And I guess they planted the seeds for that in this.
Yes. And I think that's why it's one of those things with like, hey, this is where the story goes. So they probably gave her some sort of storyboard for what was going to happen in Survivor. Right. So
I don't know.
Those were the constraints.
It was very tiresome to hear that.
I'm not disagreeing.
After many chapters of a lesbian love story, then like many chapters of just all this fucking infighting. It's like, fuck. Tell me Star Wars stuff. Make lasers go pew pew and make lightsabers go psh psh. Not people and all their drama. Anyway, so yeah, the overall plot to the thing is the crew. It starts off where they're like blowing up some fucking base of mercenaries that have been doing a lot of shit for the Empire. Basically, they're their whole purpose is they're just trying to chip away at the Empire little by little and destroying this base with all these fucking mercenaries who are mining some shit that eventually makes its way into the hands of the Empire, blah, blah, blah. Let's do this. So that's how it starts. And that part is pretty fucking long, too, for just something that's setting up the rest of the plot of the book. While they're there, they come across this stormtrooper / ex-stormtrooper, the female that becomes the love interest for Marin, who's like, hey, I want to get the fuck away from the Empire. I got some information that might help you guys. You're the crew of the Mantis. We've heard so much about you. Please let me come with you. Eventually makes her way onto the fucking onto the ship.
So here's one of my major problems with the plot of this book.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me finish this post. I'm trying to post in the chat at the same
Okay.
time. The stormtrooper, right? So she's I forget her name, fucking Churro.
Fret.
So Churro doesn't
Fret.
Well, isn't she called?
She's got a much longer name, but her nickname is Fret.
So Churro doesn't fucking. It's Chur, right? It like doesn't the Liv Tyler character call her Chur in the fucking Force Echo?
No, I think she was calling the bird lady that, or the lizard lady. I'm sorry.
Lizard lady.
Yeah. So anyway, Fred is a Kashiri, which is a humanoid purple skin being, brand new to this book.
Fair enough.
Continue.
Anyway, the fact that like okay, they kept calling her a stormtrooper, and you know goddamn well that the Imperials didn't have non-human stormtroopers.
Well, so that's in Legends, though.
Is it? I'm pretty sure that's canon.
Well, I mean, in Legends, they leaned a lot heavier on the Palpatine hated non-humans. Pretty much nobody in the Empire of any stature was not a human. But I think in canon, like a little more is dipped into there. Like I know they have female stormtroopers for sure. Like we've heard them throughout.
Sure, but
the new canon.
I just don't think that there's any non-human Star Wars.
Okay.
Or stormtroopers. I just don't. And maybe you're right, but the fact that they took it so if you're right, then them taking it the way they did makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, like wearing a stormtrooper armor should have been the biggest red flag ever. Like she's obviously fucking an agent or doing whatever. Like you should have mistrusted this broad from the jump.
Sure.
And she's obviously using some fucking magical powers on fucking Marin to get her to wet her panties all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's something wrong. And Cal even knows it.
Yeah.
He just can't
and you can
figure it out.
They do kind of project it a little bit too, as she's like getting to know the crew of the Mantis, and they're doing their mission. You're just like, yeah, this bitch is lying. Like something's not right here. In between her and fucking Marin, just like, like, and it's so instantaneous too. Like. Mm-hmm. Because Marin's the one who found her right in the field. She's the one that she surrendered to. Is like, oh, I'm trying to get away from the Empire and all that. And it's like immediately they're like, oh, and Marin noticed her physique and her
strong shoulders.
Yeah, and like
her collarbone.
And then it's like
meets the things.
Like from that moment all the way until they like go on their mission with this chick to try to find this thing called the Shroud. Like it's just nonstop. She's just like looking at her and thinking about her and all this other stuff. Which, by the way, so. I want to talk about the Night Sisters a lot in this. But as a Night Sister, she's kind of like lost or is kind of doesn't have full touch with her powers because she's not on Dathomir anymore. But apparently when her vag gets wet, like she's found her powers, because it wasn't just with this chick. There was a point later on where they were sort of insinuating her having feelings for Cal. And then as soon as she started thinking about Cal, again, her vag gets wet and boom, oh, I found my powers.
Well, it's that in the the necklace that she's wearing with the teeth on it.
Yeah.
That was a gift from another whose lips that she touched.
Yes.
That
not the lips on her face.
God, I wonder what that sounds like.
It's probably disgusting.
It sounds awful. Kathy hates it when I do shit like that.
Oh, really?
Oh God, she hates it.
Yeah.
What time is it? I don't think she's listening yet. Oh,
Yeah.
she might be.
So anyway, yeah, so this chick like, oh, I know this rich guy who can help us find this thing called the Shroud, which will like change the galaxy, right? Which basically, it sounds like it's like a personal cloaking device, right?
Red flags everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
warning. The four-armed dude is telling you, hey, this is dumb. Anybody else think this is dumb?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, he was like he was like us basically this whole
Yeah.
time. It's like you're just gonna trust this broad?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah.
This is the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like we're still gonna do this? We're trusting this fucking stormtrooper air
Yeah.
quote? Okay, well, whatever. What the fuck do I know?
Right.
Like, it's like Jesus Christ.
And
I feel like that's in my entire job right now. Is like honestly, like what I'm doing in the Air Force is like that. It's like, are we really fucking doing this? Are we like this is the decisions that you're making, and this is what we're doing?
yeah.
All right, Jesus Christ, that's what you want.
Yeah. So
It's the fucking worst.
yeah. And yeah, so they find this rich Birdman, which this was okay.
Willowy, he was willowy, and he was so light because he moved so fast.
Yeah, and his name was Querus Lar. He was an Amwati, which is a bird-like humanoid. It was actually in Legends.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff in Legends, and they actually brought it back into current canon, starting with the Aftermath books. And this is like the second.
Yeah, he
appearance
was
of the-
he was in the Aftermath book. I remember the Amwati species. Whew, man, there's some
Yeah.
there's some short circuiting.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. So, but this is something interesting that I'm happy that they're just kind of starting to touch on in Star Wars, and it's this whole like, what happened to all the rich people during the time of the Empire? They've started to touch on it with Andor, right?
Right.
Because you got Mon Mothma and her whole fucking fancy dinner party guests and all
Right.
that, all these wealthy people who are just like, oh well, it's the Empire. As
we're
long as there's money in our pockets.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna keep making our money somehow or way. Like, oh, this is where the money's at over here. Well, we're gonna go over here now.
Right, which is essentially what happens with the same guy, Querus Lar.
Yeah. Just fucking spoiler alert. Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what he wants this fucking super powerful thing because
To make the galaxy better?
to make everything fucking better. Like, oh, I'm not going to profit from that at all. No. I have the well-being of the fucking galaxy.
Yeah. Oh, these mines that have this precious metal. It's the only metal that the Shroud can use.
Right.
I'm not gonna,
No.
do anything with that.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
Pay
that.
no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Exactly. That's all back here. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. So, and essentially, yeah. So they go to this rich man from the mysterious stormtrooper, and he's like, "Oh yeah. Get the schematics for this fucking Shroud, and I will reward you, and we'll make the galaxy great, and we'll really do a number on the Empire."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which, by the way, not a trap.
Not a trap at all. Like, so not a trap. Hey, can you sign this right here? What am I signing? Don't worry. It's not a trap. Don't. It's so not a trap. What are you doing?
I'm getting the fifth brother.
Oh, okay. Because of the ridiculous hat?
Yes, and the fact that they actually referenced that a couple times. So this guy, let me bring the camera back up. The fifth brother, as you all will recognize, he was in Rebels and in fucking Kenobi with his big. What's the name of those hats that the Asians wear? The big fucking
Hats.
yeah, like the big ones that go all the way around. Like the dude from Big Trouble in Little China was wearing one. Whatever. That's what this fucking hat looks like. And
What are those hats called, chat? Please
they-
help us out before I come up with something extremely fucking inappropriate and racist.
They reference it multiple times as they're fighting him because, spoiler alert, the fifth brother gets sent by the Grand Inquisitor to try to also go get these schematics.
Yeah, the fifth brother, who's apparently a window licker.
Why do you say that?
Because he's like, during the entire thing with the Grand Inquisitor, he's like, Like, oh, I'm going to do all this things and find the eternal thing with the thing and things and all the things and whatever.
Well,
all right, dude, you could have just said yes.
Well, to me, this was actually one of the better parts of the book was that chapter where he's introduced.
Isaac is here to help us.
Say chat, rice head. Okay, yes, thank you. All of those things. Yeah, no, but the Grand Inquisitor charges him to go get the schematic and intercept this before they get there. And the whole time he's got this like internal monologue going where he's talking about the fucking Jedi and how they fucking lied to him. They stripped him away from his family when he was a kid.
Right.
And, it was the dark side was the true way. It was actually really good, like kind of seeing his perspective on the fucking Jedi and embracing the dark side and all that. That was one of the more redeeming parts of the whole fucking novel, I thought.
Don't get me wrong. There was a couple. All right, this was a 10-hour long book.
Yeah.
I will say that there's probably about 2 hours of this book that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours. I'll give it 2 solid hours of okay, that was good story. That was good storytelling. That was good character development. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't all bad. Don't get us wrong. If you can get past the overly done lesbian story and all of the fucking inner crew bickering, there is some decent stuff in there. No, nothing like canon wise that's really going to change anything.
No. No. DB agrees. 2 hours is fair.
Okay, so you listen to it too, Chris?
Yeah. Well, they're probably doing their show on it next.
But yeah, no, I but I love because again he's got the big rice hat on, and when he's fighting,
that sounds so bad. That's
what Isaac said in the chat. All right, patty hat. We'll call it the patty.
There
hat.
you go. That sounds not as bad, but
yeah,
still bad.
When he's fighting Seer and Cal, and like she fucking she like tries to whack him in the head, and it just like the lightsaber bounces off, and they're like, oh, that's what the ridiculous.
No, it was Cal.
For.
Cal tried to hit him in the head.
Yeah,
and it bounces off.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's why this thing.
Yeah, so that was good.
Trying to take advantage of his the limited sight line.
Yeah. So long story short, they get to this fucking prison where this thing's supposed to be. They trip the cages. They let all the prisoners out of their cages. They go to where they think the schematic is, and lo and behold, it's the fucking lizard lady,
right?
Irie, the original girlfriend of Fret.
So not Churro, but the other.
Yeah, and this lady, she's a Nikto, which is that lizard-like species. We saw them in Mandalorian. They were the fucking pirates with the fucking like kind of the flat thing. Like the guys outside of the fucking school. Remember in Mandalorian where they're like, oh, this is a bar, and you're gonna come in, you're gonna buy us a drink in the bar.
Okay.
Those pirate guys, not fucking Davy Jones, but the guys with kind of like the lizard face with the kind of horns coming out.
Okay.
Kind of like the big flat chin.
All right, I got you.
Yeah. So
come on in.
Yeah, no, not them. But the lizard guys.
Plenty of room. No,
I
don't want my robes to smell like fillet of fish. That's hurtful, man.
Yeah. So anyway, they thought this chick was dead. Apparently she's not. She's the inventor of the shroud. She's the only one who knows the schematics because apparently they're all in her head. There are no physical schematics. Blah, blah, blah. They fight Inquisitors and fight Imperials and get out of there, and
they have a Team America. I promise you won't die.
Yeah.
Like, you can possibly promise that. Like, okay, sure. Yes, you're not going to die. Come on, let's fucking go.
That was the make love to me. Just promise me that you'll never die, and I'll make love to you right here.
I will never die. And proceeds to shit on her.
Yeah. Well, that's in the uncut version.
Well, yeah, that's the only version that matters, obviously.
So, yeah.
If you're going to have a 3-foot-tall puppet shitting on somebody, that's the version you have to watch.
Yeah. During their fight with the Inquisitor, one thing of noteworthy is Grease, the forearm guy.
Right.
One of his arms gets cut off during the fight with the Inquisitor.
Yep.
And which he blames Seer for and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming in Jedi Survivor, he's got like some kind of fucking mechanical now.
He's got prosthetic.
Okay. So this is one of those moments where it's like from Fallen Order to Survivor, all of a sudden he's got this mechanical hand. It's like, oh, how did he get that? Well, we found
You
out
may not
later.
recognize me with the red arm.
Yeah. So you kind of hear the backstory of that. And then they figure out a way to outsmart the rich guy because lo and behold, hey, he's working for the Empire after all. Go figure.
Shocking.
Yeah, because
Surprising no one.
that's where the money is, right? Only money.
That's right.
And yeah, they kill him. There's a really cool scene where they're fighting with the Inquisitor again at the end. Like the Inquisitor killed fucking Birdman, and Marin fucking resurrects him, and
Right.
like uses him as like a fucking zombie,
Yeah.
like fucking corpse to help fight.
Yeah, she does
against the
that. She
Inquisitor.
does that spell twice in the book, and like what I
What
did.
was the other time she used it?
She used it before that one. She used it in the room when they were trapped. They were trapped in all the purge troopers and everybody were coming into the mess
yeah.
hall.
That's right. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. What I did like was like was Marin's use, like when she was using her powers, like it was devastating, right? Really like reaching into the dark side and using her powers. It kind of gave you a little better idea of like in her internal monologue, because in the Jedi, the Fallen Order game and in Survivor, you're not getting her internal monologue. Like you interact with her, but you're not getting any internal monologue from her.
Right.
And it was cool to, aside from the fucking the horny bits where she was just fucking, anytime she was near fucking red-eyed broad, your binary star eyes, and I can't even do the
there was a whole long thing where, you know, even binary stars eventually collide. They were like binary stars, you know, rotating around each other, but you know, eventually even binary stars collide or some shit. Like, oh God, stop.
Like, and she's like, they should be writing sonnets about your abs or some shit. It's like, oh my, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Where's the Rule 34 shit?
Ooh.
Is there any Rule 34 stuff?
Oh, there's
with
got to be for Marin.
Marin and fucking Churro or Fern Gully or whatever the fuck her name is. Fern Gully.
Marin, I think Merrin. That's how you spell
Yes, let's go with that.
Marin, Rule 34. Let's see what we got.
Oh boy.
There it is.
Really? That quick, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's one with her and Dr. Afra.
Well, I mean, that's I like that.
That's right. Isn't Afra a fucking lesbian?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's again, I don't care. I just don't need it. I don't need a whole book about it.
Oh, there's one with her and Ahsoka and what's the other Togruta Jedi?
I don't.
Anyway, so we digress. So
Rule
yes,
34
Marin-
like saves the day yet again.
Marin has a presence.
Yes.
So anyway, they outsmart the guy, they get away, blah blah blah. The thing I wanted to talk about some other stuff real quick, or some parts of the book. So first, the Marin as a Night Sister. Like, I know we've visited the Night Sisters a bit in Clone Wars, and I don't think that they really dealt with them at all in Rebels. But God, I want to know so much more about the Night Sisters, and I think that there's some comics about them, maybe even a novel, but you know, this magic that they have, which is, you know, essentially an aspect of the Force, I guess, but it manifests more in like magical type spells. Like, I want to know more about this, and I think there's so many ways they could explore this further that they, to my knowledge, they really haven't. Now, I don't know how many of the Clone Wars episodes we didn't see that involved the Night Sisters.
I don't know. The people in the chat can probably, direct this and that.
Yeah, but God, like after this novel, because like you said, from her point of view, you know, she's like, I'm gonna make you all fucking suffer, and you know, she's really just like leaning into the evil.
Skin's on fire and shit. It's
Yeah.
like
This is the kind of shit I want to see,
Right.
and
because there is one thing, like with Marin and with Cal and with Seer, what you have with the three of them is the propensity for the dark side. I mean, Marin is the dark side, like being a Night Sister. That's what she is. That's how she connects to the Force, right? Because that's really what this magic is a connection to the Force.
It's just a different kind of dark side magic.
Excuse me, the Seer in spoiler alert in Fallen Order, she uses the dark side to defeat Vader, because she ends up having to fight Vader.
Yep.
To save Cal after Vader takes out her fucking former Padawan and Trilla.
Yep.
and
Great
Cal
cinematic, by the way.
and Cal actually like will use the dark side as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see in Survivor that like the dark side has some elements with Cal. So you have these Force users or people that are interacting with the Force,
Mm-hmm.
all using the dark side to their advantage.
Yeah. Which, why wouldn't you? That's the whole thing. Like, you think about this practically. Why wouldn't you? Like, as long as you don't let it consume you. But
Right.
why not tap into it a little bit if you have to?
Right. Why not? Like, what's with by not having attachments, it's not going to prevent you from ever touching, the dark side.
Right.
Because she even says it. Like, I think there's a conversation between Seer and Cal where they're talking about attachments and Cal is talking about, well, us as a crew,
Yeah, isn't that an attachment?
yeah, isn't this an attachment? Like the love I have for everyone here as a crew.
Yeah.
Because Cal's a noob, right? He's just fucking oblivious to the fact that he obviously has romantic feelings for Marin.
Sure.
Because it talks about he's got his jealousy but doesn't really recognize it. Like
Though he's also oblivious too. When
he's very
when she
oblivious.
sealed the fucking engine, he's like, "Oh, she must be really tapping into her powers."
Yeah.
She's tapping something, all
yeah,
right.
yeah, she facts. Big facts. I hope he didn't leave his lightsaber in there. Mm-hmm. I smell your lightsaber.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, and yes, Steve, we're well into the book. We're actually closing up our thoughts on the book as we speak.
Yeah.
But fuck, what were we talking
This is
about?
what we think about the book.
Yeah, the Night Sisters.
Yeah, dark side.
Yeah.
More about it. Fallen Order, you get some diatribe from Marin while you're fighting Marin. You get some of the background.
Mhm.
I think in some of the story, like in the the things that have things.
Not all of us speak Dave sign language. You're gonna have to,
In the things, the little movies that play in between
cinematics.
yes, the cinematics.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, the word you just used 5 minutes ago.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
So, to my original point, though, like, I really want to see more exploration of the Night Sisters and this sort of sect of the dark side, which, though apparently they've all been wiped out.
Yeah,
So-
she's it.
Yeah.
She's the one.
Right.
So
So,
unless Cal fucking, can lay some pipe,
oh yeah, make some more
little
little Night Sisters.
make some more fucking Night Sisters and
Yeah.
brothers. Although the brothers seemed kind of fucking, at least from the video game, the brothers are all just like, "Ah!" They're all fucking, what? There's, you know what? I'm going to mention a Rick and Morty episode, but you're not going to get it, so it's not worth talking about.
Yeah. Well, the Zabrix were the males on the planet, right? That the Night Sisters would take and fucking do their dirty deeds to.
But there was like specific, like she talks about it, how there was the Night Sisters and then there was the brothers also.
Yeah. Isaac in the chat mentions around 2 BBY, 2 spirits of the Night Sisters were summoned by Maul and Ezra Bridger in order to break the Force bond. The Night Sister spirits attacked and possessed Kanan Jarrus and Sabine Wren. I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Now that he mentions that. So, like, the spirits of the sisters still live, so maybe there's a way they can eventually
Thank
repopulate.
God we have such a smart chat.
I know. Like, I don't know what we do without you guys, honestly. And Isaac's, he's always been good for that. He's always been our little one-man Wikipedia.
Yeah, even if he is drowning Hennifer in fucking maple syrup, it's a little disturbing. Not gonna lie.
Indeed. So, some other things that I wanted to talk about real quick. Did I mention the modern references that she made? Like, I hated the fact that she mentioned Big Bird Like when talking about fucking Querus Lar, somebody referred to him as Big Bird later on. It's like, okay.
I thought it just said Big Bird. I didn't pick up with the Big Bird reference.
Yeah, no, because it was Grease was saying like, oh, we're just gonna trust Big Bird over there.
But he was a big bird.
Still, we know where she was going with that.
It didn't bother me as
She
much.
just had a lot of modern dialogue that I didn't like, which we see every now and again in Star Wars, and it's like, all right, I guess I can tolerate it. And it wasn't the worst in this book,
Right.
but every once in a while it'll kind of take me out just a little bit.
The book makes the yacht seem bigger than it is in the game. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I wish there was more access to the Springer. Oh, what the fuck? Why can I never remember the name of the fucking ship?
The Mantis?
Mantis, yes.
Yeah.
The Springer Mantis.
Yeah.
Why can I remember the beginning part and not the fucking second part? They never say Springer Mantis in the fucking game.
They just say the Mantis.
They
And
just
that's
say
all
the
they said
Mantis.
in the book, too, was the Mantis.
No, they said Springer.
Like one time, and then the rest of the time
But that's the thing I remember for some stupid fucking reason. Even though I've played hundreds of hours of the fucking video game. Not hundreds. Maybe hundreds. No, not hundreds.
between the two.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
60 hours. But regardless, the Mantis has a lot of like extra berthing and shit like that. But when you're playing in a video game, you got like, all right, you got the fucking engine room, you got the holodeck, and the fucking kitchen.
Just wipe
Area.
down any surfaces when you go.
Yeah,
in the
no
engine room.
shit. Don't turn on a fucking UV light.
Yeah, don't
back there.
Yeah, don't sit on anything. unless you
Everything's
wipe
got
it
this
down.
green glow to it. Like that's not fucking that's not clean.
Yeah.
That's not clean. No, can't clean.
So a couple things came out of this. First of all, this actually did get me wanting to get back into the games. So we've talked about it.
Well, that's good.
For real this time. We're going to talk about Jedi Survivor at the end of July. That should give me enough time to buy it and play through it.
Allegedly.
We'll see. Also, this really makes me want to read more Star Wars books that are actually good. If nothing else, just to cleanse the palate. And because our devices are always listening to us, I was telling somebody this morning, oh yeah, I just got done reading the Star Wars novel this morning. It was shit. Immediately when I open up a new tab on fucking my web browser at work, and Bing comes up and all of the things right there, front and center, the top 10 best Star Wars novels of the current canon. And I'm just like, yeah, that seems about right. So there are some books that I still have not read that I would love for us to talk about.
All right.
On the fucking show. Apparently, Resistance Reborn was actually not bad, which was the pre-novel to The Rise of Skywalker.
I think I read that.
Yeah, it's about, I guess, Poe and Leia like trying to rebuild the Resistance. It's in between Last Jedi and
Did I read that?
Rise of Skywalker. Apparently, it was pretty good. Dark Disciple. Now that I'm watching Clone Wars again and I'm seeing
Dude, how many times have I told you to read that fucking book?
I'm sure you have. Can I finish my thing before you?
So the random computer fucking logarithm has
because what really got me wanting to read Star Wars books is reading this shitty fucking Star Wars book. Now I'm like, okay, now I need to read something good.
So sweaty green vagina goop has made you want to read Dark Disciple. Finally, even though I told you to read it fucking a dozen times.
But I mean, this would give us an opportunity to talk about it on the show sometime. Also, the Master and Commander book. Apparently, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I guess the Lost Stars young adult novel was actually pretty good as well. Apparently, it's sort of a Romeo and Juliet kind of story, so it might be a little more romance than we want. But according to this article, they said it was pretty damn good.
What did it say about this new book?
It was not on the list.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What was the first book you mentioned?
Resistance Reborn. Yeah.
Resistance Bands? No. Resistance Reborn. Star Wars. There it is. Let me see if I have already bought it.
I seriously doubt I have it in my Audible library.
Oh, here it is in Spanish. No.
Oh my God, that would be a challenge. Like, listen to a Star Wars book in Spanish and see how much you can actually get from it.
None of it.
I took 2 years of Spanish in high school.
Yeah. So you know how much of it you're going to get? None.
See.
3PO. That's how much I'm going to get. Like, oh, they're agreeing. They're agreeing. Oh no, they're disagreeing.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're in water. No, now they're going to the bathroom. Oh. Now they're going to the library.
Donde está el sanitarium?
They're going to the funny farm. What's the sanitarium?
Bathroom.
Really?
Yeah. So it was written by.
No, it's not. It's Banos.
That's bath. I don't know. It's been a while.
All right. Sanitarium.
Yeah. So, Resistance Reborn is by Rebecca Roanhorse, narrated by Mark Thompson. The audiobook.
Yeah.
Why is there a needle in my pocket? I'm like reaching down. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I stick my finger. I'm like, fuck. I pull a fucking sewing needle out of my pocket. Kristen. A needle in my fuck. I'm just like scratching, like, ow, fuck.
I don't know. I didn't put it there.
Anyway,
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I like the idea. I can't say it's my idea.
yeah.
I think Resistance Reborn is interesting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. So essentially, this got me wanting to read some of these books. So we need to add some of these to our schedule. I'd say whenever we can fit it in between Ahsoka and everything else going on.
I really want you to read the
Dark Disciple.
Dark Disciple.
Okay.
Because I think based on what you're like watching right now, I think Dark Disciple actually will like
Yeah, because
have some relevance.
Yeah, because Ventress has popped up.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming that's what that has to do with.
Yeah.
Dark Disciple. Let's just see. That was,
And I would reread that.
Also narrated by Mark Thompson in the audiobook.
I'd probably reread because I actually own it. I have the I think
Yeah.
I have the paperback.
Oh, and it's written by Christy Golden. She's done a handful of Star Wars books. So, all right,
That book might be in the
in the sacred
The sacred Jedi text.
could be. Anyway, and then the other thing, yeah, just fuck this book overall. I do not recommend it.
No.
You can definitely skip it unless you're into romance novels and you want to hear stories about, lesbian aliens and jealousy and in-crew bickering.
Now, what this book is not, it is not a, hey, this is going to explain to you Survivor.
Yeah.
This is not like if you're playing Survivor and be like, oh, I wonder how we got to this point. Not going to get there.
Well, I guess with the exception of Grease losing his hand. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, but even that's not that big of like.
No, it's very insignificant overall.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So skip it. Unless you just have free Audible credits and you're bored as shit.
no. Then
But-
fucking reread something else. Like honestly, like read Dune.
There you
Fucking
go.
download Dune
Ooh,
and fucking read that because the narration on that is very good. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I me personally would say fucking get your hot little hands on a fucking copy of the book and read it that way. But I had that in with me the other day, right? The copy that
you showed
Rick
it.
gave me,
Yeah, the old one.
the 1965
Yep.
fucking tiny print version.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna read it. I think I'm
Yeah?
gonna thumb through that and read that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's such a good book.
I
Such
believe
a
it.
good book.
Yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to the next movie.
Yeah,
so-
but it's in November, right? I gotta wait till fucking November.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god!
I got to rewatch the first one in the meantime.
Yeah, is that streaming? Like
It's on HBO Max, or at least it used to be. So I would imagine it's still there. Well, hold on, let me look. Oh yeah, it's not HBO Max anymore. It's Max. But if you just search Max,
Smacks. The reign of the Galactic Empire has reached the outer rim planet of Jellycan, where aristocratic Thane Cairo.
do I have a
enrolled.
VPN on? Is that why I'm getting all this fucking weird shit going on? Like my web browsers are in like different languages and I don't know. Fuck it. I'll deal with it later.
Jason fucking it up.
You're fucking it up.
Fucking it up royal.
So anyway, last thoughts on Jedi Battle Scars.
Don't read it. Don't do it. Like if you really like, just don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yep.
My cousin Rick has the physical copy of this, and he's like not been able to finish it, and now I know why.
Yeah.
And yes, like Kathy had said, aren't guys into girl on girl? And the answer is, generally speaking, yes. However, not in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not like this.
No.
Not like this.
Right. And a great example, the fucking Andor, the two lesbian chicks in that. It was kind of a storyline, but it wasn't, again, it wasn't like
Oh yeah, that's
front and
all right.
center. Yeah, Vel and her
Yeah.
girlfriend, who didn't really give a shit about her
Right.
as much as she did about the rebellion.
Well, she was the top. She was
Obviously.
the top.
Oh yeah, Vel's definitely the bottom in that one.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
And
no.
she's angry about it too. She's like, I want to be the top.
Yeah,
But she
it's like,
can't
you're
because
not.
she,
You're
she-
not. It's not going to happen.
She's losing every arm wrestling match. Like it's just the worst.
Yeah, but again, they had that relationship in there, and it was fine. Like again, it was nothing like what we got in this fucking book, which was it was too much, and it was not Star Wars. At the end of the day, that's what the complaint is it's not Star Wars. Like even going back to fucking Han and Leia, there was not a lot like there with that relationship. It was a little flirting here and there, a little kissing here and there, but that was it. Then I love you, fuck off.
Fuck off.
But like
can't-
seriously,
I
it
can't
was
do Peter.
not so front and center that it was a distraction from the rest of the story. Whereas it most definitely was in this. I'm gonna have to move this because I won't be able to see Miss Lopez if I keep this here. So I guess is she ready yet, or is she?
No, God, no.
All right. So next week we are not having an episode.
No.
So we are taking off the July 4th week, mostly because Dave is going to Florida. Or no, Hawaii. Big difference.
Facts.
And our 300th episode will be in 2 weeks. And we actually haven't settled on a topic yet. I want it to be sort of Star Wars related. I was also thinking like, some military stories and just some reflecting on us and 6 years of the podcast. So
6 years of podcast.
I know. Fucking crazy. We were so young and innocent.
Right? Yeah, look at pictures. We were just we were such babies.
Yeah. So, yeah. Episode 300 in 2 weeks. Topic TBD. I think I had TBD once back in the 90s. Take a couple pills. You'll be fine in a couple weeks. Anything else, Dave? While Miss
I don't
Lopez
know.
is getting dressed. Fuck. All right. Stall. Oh, boy.
whoop.
Yeah, I was going to say that just
Pull up.
different kind of stall.
Pull up.
Guys, I'm concerned.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm concerned. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that video.
Yeah.
The absolute, the dumbest. Not the dumbest.
It's just how do you miss that? How do you miss that?
How do you let that guy fake his own stuff to be in that position in the first place?
That is true. Well, yeah. I guess there was a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that
shenanigans
led to that. If you have no idea what we're talking about the C5 that crashed in Delaware.
Yeah.
Where one of the last things on the cockpit voice recorder was, "Guys, I'm concerned."
Right. As meanwhile the fucking engineers are playing a game of fucking who's on first.
Yeah.
In a private interphone chat, like
Yeah.
they're reaching stall speed.
Like,
Can't
shouldn't we be at flaps 30? Like, I don't know. It's too late to tell them now.
yeah, or it's not too late. Like you have all the engine instrumentation in front of you.
Yeah.
Fuck, it just
It's a great case study.
it is. It really is. I don't know. Let's not.
All right. Too much PTSD about to bubble over. But anyway, oh, hey, Miss Lopez! I didn't even have to knock on your door.
Yeah, I'm coming to save you.
Yeah. How, by the way, is your dressing room coming along? I hear,
Oh, it's lovely.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Awesome.
I want to be all part of the show.
Yeah.
Is that better? Oh,
You can't really suck that one like you could the last one.
should I really lick it like the lesbian rods?
Did you hear, by the way, that
I don't have ears, so probably not.
apparently Twitch has banned people kissing and licking microphones? Because I guess there was this trend of like these chicks on fucking Twitch, they just like get on there and they just like lick their microphones like, and apparently that got dudes off. But I guess Twitch has now banned that because for being like too overly sexual. You can't kiss the microphone and you can't lick it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, hey, Dave's back.
What?
Yeah, no, that's legit. Hold on, let me just pull up a news story just so I'm not bullshitting.
Oh,
Twitch
my
ban licking.
That may be the most ridiculous thing I've heard today.
Oh, they've already unbanned it.
Oh, yeah, because how can you possibly ban a bodily fucking thing? Like, what if you accidentally, like, oh, no, I slurped. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Like, come on. Seriously, people.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you can't regulate everything.
No, or you'll ruin the internet. So.
Well, yeah, they're doing their best.
Yep. No, you know what I have to say about that?
I really wish that they would hear that. Do they hear it?
I don't know if they heard it or not. Did any of you hear the goat sound?
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Did you hear the goat sound?
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck me in the goat ass.
No, different goat
You
sound.
fucking whiz that thing.
Yeah. So,
That thing is pointy, fellas.
what do you got for us this week?
Well, I have the usual bullshit.
Well, let's hear some of that bullshit.
I think I was supposed to see something before this, but I didn't, so...
Yeah, because again,
Oh, all the speaking of bullshit.
yeah, the propaganda campaigns are still going strong with the Escape Pod crew.
Yeah, the magnificence of the Photoshop, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just take a peek at what was
Yeah,
sent
take a look.
and just see if there's anything
Just
noteworthy.
don't lick your microphone while you're doing it.
Right.
God help us. YouTube might get all huffy about
Well,
it.
this one, the one of you apparently beating up Dave, I found quite interesting.
That's humorous.
That's it's kind of symbolic, but you can kind of see it on there. Yeah, it's yeah.
The treachery of the escape pod knows no bounds.
Yep.
Don't believe their propaganda. Everything is fine.
Yep.
Don't you worry about it.
They also put you on Ezra Miller's
That's
hand.
fucking gross.
That one.
I saw that. I was
and
like,
then-
oh my god, that's so
and then that one.
gross.
And I'm like, this one's better, I think, if you can see that on his hand.
Yeah, that's fucking gross.
And my
I don't
response was,
want to be anywhere near that dude.
my response is maybe that's why he's so fucked up.
Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near that dude.
Yeah. So
He's a fucking train wreck,
indeed.
just like that movie.
Yeah, and which apparently, by the way, The Flash is doing terribly at the box office.
Oh, big surprise!
Yeah, it's going to be a money loser, which is a real shame. And people keep like slamming it review wise, which I stick by my review. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, tune in to last week's episode, right? Was
Yeah.
that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie. It was entertaining. I heard the Spider-Verse thing is fucking good.
Yeah. Apparently, both of the Spider-Verse movies were pretty solid, but
I haven't seen either.
yeah. I find it tough to kind of get into it, but I mean, I plan to watch them someday.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them's got Oscar Isaac as the voice of one of the Spider-Men, so that's cool.
I thought he was dead. Oh, Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
What was I thinking of?
What were you thinking of?
Who's the... Oh, I was thinking Isaac Hayes. Yeah. Why?
Oscar Isaac Hayes.
Why? I don't know. Makes me love into the brain.
All right, somebody do some sort of Photoshop hybrid of Oscar Isaac and Isaac Hayes.
Oh, God. At the lunch thing, doing the lunch line thing.
Oh yeah, Oscar Isaac behind the fucking.
Yeah.
Hello there, children.
Hello there, children. Do the impression.
Yeah.
I'm going to do an impression of Oscar Isaac doing an impression. No, you know what? Never mind.
I think we're going too deep on that
In
one.
Red 5 happenings last week, Chanty and Josh from Pop My Culture said goodbye to the Red 5 network as they embark on a new adventure.
Mm.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah, very
It got all
somber.
quiet in here all
I
of a
know.
sudden.
Awkward.
Yeah, what happened? It's like the air got sucked out of the room or something.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Did you felt it, right?
Oh, I did.
Yeah, that was
Very
weird.
much so.
So, navigating both the fun and sexy life of nerdy pop culture, we all want to wish them good luck.
See.
3PO. And it will always be family. Catch Shanti and Josh live this Saturday at 2100, 9 p.m. Eastern at Pop My Culture on YouTube as they celebrate their first anniversary of podcasting. Congratulations.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Can't wait to meet you.
It'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah. You have no idea. I may have to leave the country. I have a feeling
Got to go back to Puerto Rico for a while.
Sure. There. At 2100, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, raid the live chat of After the Weekend on YouTube. JT will be discussing The Matrix with special guest Nerdy Neo.
You know,
Holy fuck if The Matrix isn't the best movie ever.
it was good. It was really good. I haven't seen that since probably like 2001.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it in over 20 years probably. Because I saw the fucking sequel, the second one, in theaters, and I'm like, I want nothing to do with this franchise ever again.
Yeah, you kind of have to get by that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to appreciate The Matrix for what it is and not even think about the sequels.
Right.
I don't have a problem personally with the sequels,
No?
but yeah, the first one's the bomb.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Good
it's,
stuff.
it's fucking legit.
Morpheus?
Yes, I
Psych! No, it's me, just Earl. I just wanted your stapler.
That was a weird laugh. I don't know why I did it like that. Anyway, yeah. So the weekend, the 9 o'clock Eastern, tonight. Tonight is the night. Take you on a journey, girl. Anyway, tell them the Sidebar Cantina sent you.
All the Chappelle references.
Yeah. The Red 5 Network now has 28 active podcasts and 7 archive pods for a grand total of 35.
I'm
Is
37.
that accurate, actually, to the...
Does that count Pop My Culture
I don't know.
going their separate ways?
35 plus 2 would be 37
That's what I just said.
in a row.
I'm 37.
In a row?
Mm-hmm.
Check out bio.link/red5. That's bio.link/red5 to browse the lineup. There's something for everyone in the Red 5 network, except for Pop My Culture, because they're not there anymore. Can't see the family happenings. Whoa, calm down over there. Jeez.
Are you all right?
No. Tomorrow, Use and Abuse will be hosting Ladies' Night, discussing Disney animated princesses. Oh, yeah. Gonna be a hot one in the town tonight. Tomorrow night
Right.
at 8 p.m. Catch Kim and Nicole with special guests Tina, Luna Girl, Marisha, and Peace Love Disney tomorrow at 2000 8 p.m. on YouTube. Is that Eastern? I think that's Eastern. 2000 Eastern.
Sure.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
And if it's you might be
it's-
early.
Yeah, if it's wrong, then fix your schedule.
Yeah.
Be more specific.
Or yeah, that. Wednesday, oh, here we go. Wednesday, ATSW, the Escape Pod, will be telling us about meeting Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes
Oh, yes, I saw the
at
pictures.
Astronomicon.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I can't fuck them. I can't fuck with them on that. That's pretty cool. Seeing fucking Silent Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Which I'm at a point now where I feel like I can forgive Kevin Smith for the Masters of the Universe thing, and I'm ready to like watch Clerks 3 if it ever hits a streaming service. So
It's a good. I guess it's a healthy place to be.
yeah, not that I'm ever gonna watch that bullshit again, but
Right.
I can now forgive him. He needed to make a paycheck, so it's like okay, fine.
Yeah, the guy's got to live. He went through a lot.
The heart attack, almost dying.
Yeah, that and
Yeah.
the fucking mental breakdown. You know, all that shit.
Yeah, well, we all have one of those.
Yeah, right.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Says the hand puppet. Anyway, we're just going to go and talk about maybe they will be distracted and they'll forget to make shit up about me. And then they'll be reviewing The Flash. Didn't we just do that topic last week?
They're always behind us. They're always trying to copy what we're doing.
Yeah.
They're just, it's sad, really. It's very sad.
Here is your proof that Lunar Girl is not the spy. It's Dragon Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Lunar Girl wrote, by the way.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I have the Spygate thing.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything else to say, or were you waiting for me to say something?
Check out Don Della Snooch, Brady Big Lovin', and Dragon Buddy on Wednesday on YouTube, 19:05, 7:05 p.m. Eastern. Hashtag Hustlers for Hennifer. Hashtag Dave is fine. Hashtag Is he really?
I'm going to lean towards no. Oh, God. She turned into a squid or an octopus. Oh, she's licking the microphone. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Are you okay over there? Yeah.
We need to clean these mics. That's gross.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone catch that?
We're all fine here. How are you?
How are you? This past Saturday, Stranger Things Has Happened continued their first watch journey with the season 3 premiere. Check out the replay on YouTube and join Don Del Snooch and Luna Girl every other weekend at their new time, 2100, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm saying Eastern because I'm just going to assume it is because that's where all the cool kids are. Sweet Studios has been posting updates on restoring his new old guitar from when he was a teenager. Have you been watching?
Yes, I saw the restored picture that he just posted yesterday, I want to say.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I just looked over at the chat real quick.
Okay.
Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, follow his journey on the socials as he gives his old girl some love.
Yep.
Is it this kind of love?
You know, you're going to mess up your hair again. Well, thankfully we're not on Twitch, so you're not going to get us banned.
Well, no, that's unbanned, remember? That's what you said.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Layman's Terms released 2 videos over the weekend. Video game movies I'd like to see, and Amazon bought pre-con EDH Dick. Oh, Deck.
Yeah, and apparently he had trouble hanging a shelf yesterday. He was very upset. I hope you figured it out, Keith.
Yeah, I got to watch that one.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a video. He just posted a picture.
Oh.
He was very unhappy with himself.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Gonna lose your man card, dude. Gotta be careful with that shit.
Don't listen to her. I can't do shit like that, so.
No, well, you don't post it online. It's for people to fucking
That's fair.
bust your balls about.
Right.
You just don't do it.
Yes.
So that's the smart thing.
Yes.
Just call Dave and have Dave come over and do it.
That's fine. Yeah.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, and he was shit-talking me again. Oh, yeah, fuck that guy. Saying I was, like, from the same planet as a certain alien Stephen King clown as he was eating Pringles. I'm not familiar with this Stephen King clown.
Is he talking about it? Well, he's got to be talking about it.
I guess.
He's from another planet?
I don't know.
Huh, weird.
Maybe Keith's from another planet
I guess.
where they eat Pringles.
Must be. Well, we eat Pringles on this planet, too.
Well, yeah, because it stays fresh in the can.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that why we do it?
Yeah. Greasy as shit, though.
Oh, they're all greasy. You know what the saddest thing in the world is? You know what's so sad?
What's that?
It's just so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Potato chips with no salt.
That's got to be weird.
At lunch today, I had potato chips with no salt, and it was a Ziploc bag of sadness. It was the worst thing ever. I don't ever want to put that in my mouth again.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just, like, stop. Like, not eat chips at all.
It was just like every time it was like...
just like dry mouth, just like...
they tasted like nothing.
Yeah.
It was like... nothing. It was just, sadness. Sadness in a bag.
Yeah, sounds very sad.
You shouldn't sell those. Don't sell them to anyone anymore.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're trying to look after your health.
Right.
Just
they should have the suicide hotline on that bag because it's just awful.
Well, and just don't eat chips at all. I don't care if they're saltless or not. If you're health conscious, just don't eat them.
Well, don't listen to that either. I mean, potato chips are, they're gluten free.
Oh, I didn't realize.
So potatoes don't have gluten.
I thought.
Nope.
I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
Nope. Thankfully, somebody's wife has a handle on all the gluten shit, so this clown doesn't have to think about that shit.
Yeah, he just eats whatever she hands him.
Anyway, give layman's terms a sub on the YouTubes for your primary source of ignorance and drunken banter. How did we get there for what we just talked about? I don't know. Pringles.
Yes.
The Orange and Fetch Show did not release a new episode because they were camping. They were doing a thing
Oh, okay.
out in the great wide open.
Under them skies of blue.
Yeah, there you go. I knew you get it. Yeah, a little Tom Petty.
The great wide open.
You can find us at bio.link/ the Sidebar Cantina, where, you know what? I use this fucking link all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, because I don't know our own socials. I say the link all the time and don't remember our own fucking socials.
Well, I mean, really, why do you have to? As long as you know the bio.link.
Right. That's
then
why
you don't
it's
need
so
to memorize
convenient.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. God forbid if that ever fucking dropped.
That would be sad.
Yeah, that would be sad.
We'd be
And
kind of
I
screwed.
gave out a bunch of fucking business cards that had the link tree on it. Shit.
Oh.
We need new business cards.
Yeah. I leave that to Dave. He's been the business card guy.
That's dumb. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He's not reliable.
No.
There's something wrong with him.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something
definitely
seriously wrong
agree.
with him. Hey, Jason.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I don't know, Jason. I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh, God.
Anyway, use bio.link / the Sidebar Cantina where you can find our links to Patreon, YouTube, and our audio podcasts, including the Apple, the Audible, and
See.
Spotify, 3BO.
Yeah.
And all social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, Twitch, which isn't used much because you can't lick the microphone, and TikTok, where LG posts funny clips of the show and video gaming clips.
Oh, my God. I wonder, if we put you on Twitch, how long before we got banned? For a multitude of reasons.
This is my new favorite thing. Hair in my mouth. All right. It's getting hot.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
The music, you can also find our Spotify music mixtapes because music is life, and you know this. Our Discord community is growing, and now we have a ladies-only lounge. Leave your drama at the door and come hang with us down there. And they added me, thank goodness.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll have to be our spy and tell us what the ladies are talking
Yeah,
about.
I'd actually have to look at it, though.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of guilt.
How so?
Yeah, because, because I may or may not be, the whole woman.
Okay, well, we already had that conversation earlier in the
Yeah.
show, so we don't need to,
So, yeah,
to
we
retread
don't need to
that topic.
delve into that too much.
Okay.
Um,
But hey, if you're an adult, you can do whatever the hell you want.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's your-
And also in Discord, there was a restoration station now.
Meaning what?
So it's like pictures of restoring toys and shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's like somebody started restoring the TIE interceptor that we had in the studio the other day.
Oh, that's right.
Took it
that's
apart and
right.
started doing that. So posting pictures and shit there.
Very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're restoring something, sign into our Discord and fucking post up pictures because we'd love to see it. Hey, easy over there.
I know.
Also on our bio link is our TeePublic merch shop. We have our F Cancer and Jason Rose designs, a super sexy Tweedlick Sidebar chick, our beloved Hannaford design, that's me, and a couple from a Gen X point of view throwbacks. There are t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins, wall art, magnets, laptop cases, notebooks, pillows, just about anything you can imagine. You know, for a second there, I forgot how to talk. Just for a second, I was like, how do I do this? What am I doing to make the noises come out of my face hole?
Yeah.
Completely forgot.
Yeah,
completely forgot how to do it.
Which, by the way, I hope you weren't planning on keeping your lifestyle a secret because it's all over the chat now.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yep. So
You're welcome.
I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of new propaganda.
Photoshops.
Yeah.
Yep. You're welcome. Make sure you tag us with your merch. Where's the pillow? Is it in here?
Maybe.
It's not in here.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if you come to the fucking sidebar celebration,
it will be there.
You will get to see the pillow in all its glory.
Yeah. We're probably gonna have to bring Michigan Vader, I think, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Michigan Vader, maybe even Mini Vader.
Yeah. The Vaders will have to come because Michigan Vader has the fucking the
tank top.
The tank top. Yeah.
The infamous tank top that everybody can see with their own eyes.
Yeah, and smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Well, what's fucked up too is I had worn it one day and then I took it off and put it on Vader and never washed it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah, let me just put this back forever.
I didn't realize he'd be wearing it until the end of time.
Yeah. What was that, like 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Oh, God, at least.
Probably longer than that.
Yeah, no, because 2018 was the year I first started wearing it and the year that Dave pulled a knife on me and threatened to cut it off of me.
Right.
That was 2018.
So it's been 5 years?
Yeah, well, but then I kept wearing it for a little while, and then eventually, probably the next year, 2019.
Yeah, because you were doing remotes, and Dave couldn't get you the knife through the remote show.
So I think I put it on Vader in like 2019. So yeah, fucking 4 years now.
Jesus Christ.
I know. Where the fuck did the time go?
Reviews!
We got a single new review on, I believe this was Audible.
All right.
No. Audible or... Yeah.
Just go with it.
Yeah. The title of this is Out of This World Comedy. It's from The Moon Girl. Wonder who that is. The podcast that really hits my G-spot. It makes me laugh so hard I could pee. Hennifer is a little hussy, but is always funny. Hashtag justice for Hennifer. They gave us a 1.0 on audio performance, but a 5.0 on story. Like, what is that? The Moon Girl. Which, by the way, Shantytown wrote our review last week, and Miss Chantal from Pop My Culture denies that was her, and I have a feeling Lunar Girl is going to deny being the Moon Girl. So,
hey, you know what? We love the reviews.
We do, and we'll read them.
According to the read that I have here in front of me, we have another Audible review, but it seems as though someone is impersonating our Lunar Girl this time. They impersonated our dear friend Shanty last week.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, that's what you said. Mm-hmm. Lunar Girl wants to remind everyone, please DM us when you leave a review so she can throw some swag your way. And also identify if you're a fake. See, I would have... Again, forgot how to talk. How do you do this? I don't know how to do it. How do you do it, Jason? I don't remember how to do it. Oh no. Oh no. How? Oh. Oh! Scream to go.
Well, that was a good one. Oh, we should mark that on the time. That was a good one. I'm gonna put that you screaming on the thing. 208.
Oh God.
208.
While he's doing that, please write us a 5-star review on Apple or Audible. Don't have an Apple or Audible account? Our Facebook page has a review feature too. Just screenshot your review before you hit done and DM and pick on Instagram or Twitter. This is your chance to tell us your thoughts on the show. Hennifer Lopez, that's me. Allegedly. Or Hank, or Edith, or Mama, or it's just somebody fun. We'll read your review word for word on our next episode. I don't know what I was doing. I'm looking up. Hey, I'm looking up. My arm is getting tired.
Clearly.
Yeah. If you're listening to it on audio, please consider joining us in the live chat on Mondays. The chat is most definitely where it's at. Thank you, chat. Yes, because you have all the answers also. If you're new to the sidebar, please subscribe, flick that bean, and select all to receive notifications when we go live. Remember to hit that like button. It really helps us out. And with that, I am going to bid you adieu.
All right. Well, thank you, and enjoy your week off, as we will as well.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all refreshed in 2 weeks.
Yes, refreshed.
With all kinds of stories to tell.
Yes, refreshed. Not psychotic.
Not at all.
Not at all.
All right.
Bye!
Goodbye. So anyway, wow, we're ahead of schedule too.
Oh, my arm.
Oh, wait, huh? Hello. Hello.
Are you all right?
Oh, God. Legitimately, I'm like, how do I talk? How do I speak?
Well, I gotta say, we might have the best sound drop of Miss Lopez making the goat scream. That was good. That was really good. So,
Oh, Jesus.
that's gonna go on the soundboard for sure. So anyway,
What is happening?
I don't know.
An invasion.
Oh, they're talking about the identity theft and because of course Lunar Girl is denying that she's the one who wrote the review from the name The Moon Girl. So whatever.
I mean, that's kind of like, that's some poor mill deck. I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Yeah, it's like
if it
like
was
the generic brand.
Yeah, if that was you, like, oh, I'm going to call myself Dave Philly as opposed to Philly Dave. You know what I mean? It's like you're not trying very hard. If that's,
Okay.
I give Luna Girl more credit than that. If she was going to fake her own name, or she was going to make a fake account, that she would do it in another way.
Okay, fair enough.
That would be more clever.
All right. Well, maybe we'll get another review next week, and it'll shed some more light on.
Maybe whoever this phantom reviewer is.
Yes,
And we can
allegedly.
appreciate said phantom review.
Yes,
Maybe somebody else can read it
indeed.
if they can remember how to talk.
Right.
Because right now, it's a challenge. it
bet.
is a challenge to make noise come out of my face hole right now.
Well, that being said, enjoy your vacation.
Yeah. What are we doing next week? No, we're no show next week.
Yeah, and then the week after is episode 300.
Yeah, which we still have to figure out what to do.
Yeah. We could just sit here and be like,
So what do we do now?
yeah. Well, I mean, we could totally wing it and just show up with like no preparation whatsoever. Just be like, fuck it. We're winging this start to finish. No notes, no pre-talk about what the subject's going to be. We could just like totally just like train wreck this fucking thing.
Is that what we did in episode 150?
We had a lot of phone-in guests for 150. Remember 150 part 2 that never happened?
I do not.
Well, yeah, because you were so fucking drunk that night.
I was blackout drunk that night. So
Yeah.
This is why I wish that it was, some documentation of it.
Well,
Because,
I mean, we've still got the YouTube videos.
do we?
Yeah, they should still be on our channel. Hold on, let's roll that tape. YouTube studio, going back to time.
Dragon Buddy, don't give credit, Dave. Come on now.
Your channel.
Bold words.
Videos.
Bold words for somebody that's in the same house as his wife.
Oh, shit. Hang on. Were they live? Fuck. I gotta scroll for a while.
It was 150 episodes ago, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm scrolling.
Or 149 episodes, I guess.
Keep it. Oh, there it is. 3 years ago.
3 years later.
Yeah. Episode
That time is
150.
the right time.
Part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh my god. I want to go back and watch part 3 because by then you were fucking blitzed.
I didn't know there was even a part 3.
Yeah, because you were fucking out of your goddamn mind. Hold on. I'm just going to pull this up real quick. Okay.
I don't know what's happening right
Yeah.
now.
Anyway, I was just watching parts of episode 150
Of-
part 3.
Drunk Dave.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I was on a mission that night, and I accomplished said mission.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Too good.
Watch, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will be enlightened. Our early work was heavy on the, well, not heavy. Not every episode was a drunk fest.
Oh no, I was fucking feeling it every single episode
Well, you live
for
here.
years. Yeah. Like, yeah, you couldn't get fucking shit faced
Right.
because you
I
had to drive home.
home.
Yeah.
Like, at least the studio is at least staggering distance for you.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're good. Let's do this at a reasonable hour.
All right. So you can get home, say hi to your wife,
Yeah.
and I can go to bed because I'm gonna try to go to the gym in the morning.
There you go. Even though it's still light out. I love the summer.
I know, it's fucking crazy.
I love it. In theory, I could still go fucking hit golf balls right now.
You could?
I could.
Yeah.
It's still late.
All right. Well, while Dave's thinking about hitting his balls, we are going to say goodbye. Thank you again to all of our viewers on YouTube and to all of our audio listeners. 299 episodes, almost to 300, and it's all because of you. Because if you weren't watching and listening, then we wouldn't be doing this.
Exactly.
Because I don't like talking to myself.
Exactly. Well,
I take meds for that now, but still.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Or make hand puppets.
Right. All right. So we're out of here. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks for episode 300. We love you. Good night. Oh, may the force be with you.
May the force with you.
All right. Oh my God. I was not expecting that.
I know you were. That's why I did it.
You sound just like that fucking goat too.
I was working on it.
Oh my God. Oh, brilliant. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We love you.
Enjoy your 4th of July.
See.
Celebrate America. 3 p.m.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.